everyone, and welcome to the next chapter of Scripts and Bars, which we're calling Animator. This is going to be your introductory video to Animator and everything that we're going to be looking into, specifically the Metaverse. In this section, we're going to be talking about what the Metaverse is. So we're going to define the Metaverse. We're going to look at what it isn't, how you can use it as a creative, and the next step, which is of course creating digital content for the Metaverse. This is going to be super exciting and I hope you stick through it. My name is Eugene Mapondera from Comexposed, and we're about to have an exciting time. The Metaverse, we've all heard about it. Mark Zuckerberg coined the term. It's the buzzword right now. We all need to get into it knowing exactly what it really is. So in simple terms, the Metaverse is a collection of virtual spaces which allow us to communicate, express ourselves, travel, work, and even play within this immersive virtual environment. So that means it's the internet, but more immersive. What does that mean? So far we've engaged with the internet through screens, so you can see it, you can read through it, but you can't really experience it from the inside. So the traditional internet is the internet from the outside, and the Metaverse are a bunch of spaces that we curate or curated by other people that we participate in from the inside. So these Metaverses or digital spaces can be engaged with through various means. Sometimes you don't even need a VR headset. Let me explain what I mean. In Stereo, the app that's available on Android and iOS, you can create a virtual avatar as you create your profile. And then that virtual avatar will talk in an animated way based on what you're saying. But the entire process or the experience is experienced through an audio environment. Collections of people who are talking about similar things and being represented or chiming in and contributing through these little avatars. Just your head that you've customized by telling the software what you look like. Pretty straightforward, right? So in essence, that means you can engage or participate in the Metaverse through your phone. Of course, there are more popular, buzzwordy kind of engagement tools such as Oculus goggles and VR tools such as the HTC Vive and so on. And then all of us can use our modern smartphones to use augmented reality. Here in Harare, I was really lucky to participate in an exhibition which included only AR artwork. So you'd point your phone at the artwork and the artwork would come alive. Everyone was participating, looking at physical artwork that would just trigger augmented reality experiences. Pretty cool. So the Metaverse isn't completely new, it's been there for decades. If you think back to video games like Warcraft or even more popular recent ones like Fortnite, which allow you to experience exhibitions and memorials, for example. So the Metaverse has been around and we've been around using it for a very long time. So other ways of connecting with the Metaverse even include basic screens, whether it's on your computer, your smart TV, or your mobile phone. Pretty cool. So in this section, we're going to ask the question, how a Metaverse is relevant to all of us as creators? How is it useful? So Metaverses, which are really just private immersive states, or think of them as websites on steroids really, they pretty much give us the ability to do all the things that we used to do through websites or blogs or profiles with all sorts of picture galleries, but this time there's an immersive and interactive element that supersedes that. That means they can be used for events such as concerts. We've got platforms like Waves XR, which have been used by artists such as John Legend and Justin Bieber during the pandemic to give their audiences that same exciting sensation of being together in a collective space and watching the performer performing live. Yes, they're on the other end wearing a mocap suit and performing, and what you see is of course an avatar, but it beats watching something on YouTube or standard video. So I mentioned earlier that memorials and exhibitions can also be conducted in the Metaverse, and this has been seen on Fortnite, which has conducted events for Memorial Day or commemorating Martin Luther King and the work that he did during the Civil Rights Movement. So how is that more helpful to us here in Africa, here in Zimbabwe, for example? Well, through AR, we can create content for the metaverse or create private spaces. You see, the metaverse, just like I said before, is no different from various websites. Facebook, which is now calling itself Meta, is a virtual space on its own, an independent one. But you as an individual can also create yours, and each day newer and newer tools are emerging that allow us to create our own private metaverses. So, as a creative, metaverses offer an opportunity to share art and express yourself beyond your current geographical limitations. That means concerts for people that aren't in your country. That means expressing yourself or representing yourself as a unicorn or as a robot or whatever you feel best describes you as a creative. The economic potential of selling your artwork and digital assets in places like Decentraland, which is built on top of the Ethereum blockchain, also help artists sell art, host concerts, hold exhibitions, make money, and a lot more. One of the most exciting parts about the metaverse is, of course, around avatars. We've seen it time and time again. Mark Zuckerberg, the 3D version of him running around on the beach doing all sorts of things. And it seems very complicated. But to be honest, you've probably used personalized avatars already without really registering you're doing so. Think about it. Apple's Animojis and Stereo's built-in avatar systems are creation tools that help you create an avatar which is pretty robust and as expressive as you want it to be. Ready Player Me is a platform that I've used personally while attending a virtual conference right here in Africa. What it allows you to do without any knowledge of 3D modeling or design is create an avatar based on a regular old photograph. The interesting thing is you can then take this avatar and use it on different types of metaverses. Yes, it's all free too. So avatars are great, and there's so many free tools currently available for us to create those. So if you're anything like me, you're probably wondering, metaverse, is it here today, gone tomorrow? Is it just another fad or another buzzword? To be honest, it looks like it's only going to grow bigger and bigger because it's building on the internet that we already know and love, and that's demonstrated how economies, business, communication, interaction, travel can all expand in the virtual realm. So according to PwC that ran a survey and research in 2020, they came to the belief that by 2030, 23.5 million jobs will have been created which involve AR or VR. And these jobs will be in training, customer service, and of course, meetings and conferences. So there you have it. Whether you want to use Roblox, Decentraland, VR chat, or Stereo, which I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of options right there for you to expand your creative work. How you can change your artwork from just being here in the real world, in the physical world, or on a platform that isn't very robust or isn't interactive or immersive like Shopify or Amazon. And you can take it to a whole new level. Considering that there's a big correlation between what's happening in the metaverse and what's called Web3, which is a decentralized form of the internet where the blockchain also controls how we share information, how we sell goods and services, there's a lot of potential for us as creatives to leverage the metaverse and make it help us and do a lot more work for us and our audience. We've talked about concerts, online, avatars, which you can create or have created. I mean, this is Scripts and Bars, a program with digital content creators of all sorts of skill sets, including animators and 3D modelers, illustrators, and so on. So what's next? There's so many options right now for creating virtual spaces within the metaverse. Most of the tools, surprisingly or unsurprisingly, are free. Think about it. Unreal Engine, Unity, Roblox, the works, they're all free tools that help us leverage our existing skills to create content that exists in the metaverse. In the following parts of this program, we're going to be looking at how to leverage DCC apps to create content for the metaverse, including avatars, including illustrations that can be used in AR and VR. So that's a general overview. And of course, you must be wondering where to begin. Digital content creation, avatar building, what platforms to use? Lots of great questions, right? But here's what we're gonna do in the next video. I'm going to demonstrate to you guys how to create simple props in free software such as Blender and some paid software as well, such as Photoshop, and see what kind of avatars we can create right off the bat. See what kind of tools or what kind of interaction we can build into something that we can then put into pre-existing platforms such as Facebook or Twitch. All stuff that's readily available to you. So look forward to the next video, which is a demonstration. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready if you're ready. Check you out in the next one.